So tonight we are so fortunate to hear from Desiree Fixler, someone who has experienced firsthand the cost of speaking truth to power. Desiree is a free speech activist. She is no stranger to power. As a former group sustainability officer at the DWS, the asset management arm of the Deutsche Bank, she operated at the highest level of global finance. Desiree saw this from the inside. She exposed the hypocrisy and empty promises behind ESG investing, revealing how major firms were misrepresenting their sustainability claims while profiting from the illusion of corporate virtue. Desiree's story is not about saving ESG from corruption. It is about revealing ESG as corruption. It is about how those who claim to fight for progress actually use that claim to consolidate power. It is about the growing tension between those who believe in open discourse and those who seek to control it.
But here's what's so important, what makes the difference: self-reflection. The ability to rethink things. And by the way, it happened to me. I was totally sold on the woke agenda. I supported net zero, DEI, let's save the planet and people. It felt so good. You start to see the results roll in. You look at data, research, and you just look at what's happening around you. And common sense kicks in. From lockdown to a doubtful COVID vaccine to censorship, all of our affordability issues, to open borders, and you start to what's called red pill. You wake up, and for me, I woke up and I could see I was wrong. I was misguided. So while I mentioned that I was part of this whole woke movement, I achieved my dream job. I was the Chief Sustainability Officer at Deutsche Bank's roughly $1 trillion asset manager. But I exposed the ESG movement as a scam, as a bureaucratic tax on society. I raised all of the fraud issues internally, and I was fired. My concerns were dismissed, and my job was dismissed. I didn't know what to do. I was in Frankfurt. This is 2021. The German regulator at the time was like knee-deep in Wirecard and totally untrustworthy. The BaFin has a reputation at actually exposing whistleblowers instead of protecting them. So I figured my best bet, let me go to the German, to the media. This is a big story. I gave this story to the Süddeutsche Zeitung, and I took phone call after phone call and gave them tons of documents. And you know what happened? Nothing. Crickets. Nothing. They squashed the story. But it just so happens I have a friend. And it just so happens Jerry was a prominent or is a prominent journalist. You might have heard he used to run an American newspaper called the Wall Street Journal. So I went to dinner with Jerry, and I gave Jerry the story. And like a whipsaw, I remember we were sitting outside, it was like the COVID days outside in New York restaurant.
Continue her story on YouTube now. Find out how Desiree Fixler turned from a chief sustainability officer into a whistleblower and what price she had to pay for it. Find out how she recognized the woke agenda as a global scam, how she freed herself from the woke mind virus by taking the red pill, and why she is now an activist fighting resolutely against censorship and for the freedom of speech.